to you guys. And guess what? This is a pre-Valentine's Day meal. So I know you guys may be looking for something special to cook for your loved ones, or you know, something that can be quick and easy. Guys, I got the most perfect steak meal for you. Come over to my stove. Let's look at this. I had here some honey golden potatoes, the small ones that I diced and cut up, and I seasoned them. I seasoned them already just with some parsley flakes, some little bit of seasoned salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. And the last thing I'm gonna put on these guys is a little bit of olive oil, and I'm gonna place these in the oven on 400. Just about maybe 4 tablespoons of olive oil. I want to get them all wet. These are, you can use your little teeny red potatoes, and they also have these, like these little golden potatoes, and these little golden ones. I got my pan heating up for my steak, because I had some delicious ribeye steaks already seasoned with your favorite season. It don't have to be a particular season, whatever season you like using on your steaks. For me, my go-to everything, you guys know, onion powder, garlic powder, seasoned salt, and things like that. And I already, you know, spushed the flavors all together. Got the onion sitting on top right here. I diced up some Brussels sprouts, little teeny cabbages. I diced them up, got the onion sitting on top. We're gonna saute these in some butter with some onions and a little bit of cayenne pepper and salt and pepper to give it that heat. And some parsley flakes on my steak, you know, it's for decorations. So let me just go in with this. My oven is already preheated. It's on at 400. Just gonna go in with your hands, you guys. You want to get that olive oil all over your potatoes. That pan is getting nice and hot for these steaks. Yes, I'm trying to look. I'm moving slow because I don't want anything to get. Yeah, guys, this is gonna be a great meal for Valentine's Day. It's simple, it's easy, it's a quick meal. But these potatoes already been semi-soft, you know. They're not gonna take long to cook in this oven. Let me wash my hands real quick. Ooh, I hear that grease sizzling, guys. Yes. I'm gonna throw these in on my top shelf in the oven. And let's get the steak on here. These are ribeyes. I have 4. Yeah. And what I'm doing to these, I'm searing them. They're not gonna get fully cooked on this on top of the stove. No, honey. I'm gonna sear them. Let them get a nice pretty color with the onions and everything, and using my same pan. Now, if you guys use a skillet pan or some type of frying pan that you may have, that could go from the stove top and to that oven, because that's what I'm doing with this. This is going from the stove top to the oven, you guys. Live camera action, number 4 here. It's a ghost. And yeah. I'm gonna let them sear. I'll put that in. This is gonna sear. I want to get a golden crisp to them. I got them on a medium heat. I'm gonna show you what they're gonna look like once we flip them, because this again is going from my stove top to my oven. And then I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna stir fry these awesome Brussels sprouts. They're little. The only thing I did is cut the little butt end off, discarded, cut them up. Throw them in here with the onions. Go put it all together. Okay, so I'm gonna let this cook about a good maybe 5 minutes on this side, a couple of minutes on the next side. Try to get them the way I want them. Then we're gonna stick them in the oven, put a piece of butter on top of them while they finish it off in the oven. Ribeye steak, the best you ever made. We'll be back. Okay, we're back, guys. So here's my steak. I flipped them. It takes about 7 minutes on each side, but you see they're ribeye, so you see there's still juices and stuff coming up out of them. See how the onions is cooking? But this is what I'm about to do. So yes, it's about 7 to 8 minutes on each side. The oven is on 400. I want to take a piece of, guys, use unsalted butter. And use butter, don't use margarine. Stick that piece of butter right there. That's too big. Just a little piece. You'll see how the butter is going to tenderize the steak. Just stick it right there on the middle of that steak. Hand me that parsley. I found my parsley flakes in my bag. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of parsley flakes on top of there, you guys. And you, again, use a pan, your best pan that could go from the stove top to the oven. I'm putting this like 10 minutes. That's it. These are cooking on 400. They're looking good. This is about 20 minutes, you guys, for these potatoes. That's all. Make sure you got a pan go from stove top to the oven. That's my iron skillet pan or whatever it is. Some type of pan. Okay. We're gonna get this. Brussels sprout. Take some butter. About 2 tablespoons. Yes. We're gonna let that get hot. Try to decide. I don't want to flip down. So guys, guess what? Today is Tuesday, the 6th of February. I just signed my contract with the kitchen this morning. I'm so excited. So it means we're about to let you guys know when you can start purchasing those cakes. Everything is coming together. Yes. I'm just pulling my onions apart. You want these to saute in the butter, cook, you know, render down with the butter. That way they're, you know, cooked tender. Then once they get hot, we're going to throw in the Brussels sprout, just with some salt and pepper. That's it. That's all. Saute the vegetables in the butter. And if you're not a big fan of onions, you know, you can chop them smaller than this. My peeps like onions. So my Brussels sprouts already been washed and drained and everything. I'm just going to let this do what it do. I got it on a medium high. So I want them to cook. Yeah, I'm using my cake spatula. I use anything that's around me to get the job done. So yes, let these take maybe about 3 minutes or so, guys. I want them to get soft before I throw my Brussels sprout on here. And I just wanted to show you guys this one. Again, cut that little butt end off and chop it up. I'm going to chop this one up. Give this a couple of minutes. I got it on like a number 3. And let it cook. And we'll be back. Okay, guys, this is what my onions looking like. Now I'm going to throw in. Oh, yes, my Brussels sprout. Yes. I'm just going to stir it up. I turn the stove down some. Get the onions from the bottom of the pan. To me, it's just like fried cabbage. I am going to use a little bit of stock. I'm going to use vegetable stock. But if you have chicken, you can use chicken. Since this is a vegetable, and that's what I have on hand, I'm going to use a little bit of vegetable. I said stock, or vegetable broth with this. I'm putting like another little piece of butter in there. In the bottom of that pan. Turn my stove down to like a 2. And I want some salt and pepper. What I have here. Well, you probably gotta give me the salt from over there. I'll put the salt out. I'm going in with a little bit of pepper, you guys. As much pepper as you like. That's up to you. It's all about the seasoning. It smells wonderful, these onions. And I keep a little bit of salt. Again, the season is up to you, how much to put on there. And I'm gonna get my vegetable broth. And this stuff is gonna simmer all together. Together. And at the end, I'll put a pinch of cayenne pepper, a pinch of sugar, and it will be done. So like I said, it's almost like a fried cabbage, because you can hear it frying. They just like little mini cabbages anyway. But some people, they just don't like it. They'll eat cabbage but won't eat these. But maybe you'll eat it this way. Okay, I'm gonna get my vegetable broth and I'll be right back. So guys, I'm pulling in maybe just a half a cup of broth and let it simmer in there. But with that being said, my steak is ready. That's what I need to pull out. Ooh. Look at that. My steak is ready. We gotta give the potatoes some time to cook, but my steak is ready. Okay guys, we're back. My Brussels sprout is done. So what I did is these cook about maybe 10 to 12 minutes, that's all. Once I put in that little bit of, that half a cup of vegetable broth, or you could use chicken broth, excuse me, depending on, you know, whether or not you want vegetable or chicken. And I sprinkled in just a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of sugar. And I told you guys to give it a little kick. If you got red pepper flakes, you use some of those. I don't. So I'm just gonna sprinkle in a half a teaspoon of cayenne. And I'm gonna stir it up just to give it something different. You know what I'm saying? But this got your onions and stuff in it. Guys, okay. That's ready. My roasted honey potatoes are ready. Oh my God. My roasted honey potatoes are ready. Throughout this whole meal, these take the longest to cook, so you want to prepare these first, put these in the oven first. These takes about 20 to 25 minutes to cook. My steak, about 7 minutes on the stove, both sides. Then I pop it in the oven for another 10 minutes with that butter and parsley flake, just because I like a well-done steak. If you don't like a well-done steak, then you don't have to worry about that. You know, do yours medium rare or whatever. Look at that, in the onions and everything, guys. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take some of this Brussels sprout, line it up right there. Oh, these potatoes. They're nice and tender. They're seasoned well. We're gonna line some potatoes up right there. And then we're gonna take a piece of this steak and line it up right there. And if you guys like onions, it's onions in your Brussels sprouts. It's onions that was cooked all over your steak. You could even put green peppers in here, you know. I didn't, you know, do all that. But guys, this is it. This is a Valentine's Day dinner, okay? You can choose another vegetable, you could choose another side, but there's ribeye steak, roasted honey potatoes, and some Brussels sprouts. Oh guys, don't forget, go to Eventbrite in the description below. Get your tickets for my meet and greet here April the 7th. Food, raffles, fun, and family. Until next time. This is my cabbage roll. You guys, this video will be up today. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And in the description bar, Eventbrite will be there. Guys, come out and see me April the 7th, if you're in DC.